Let's check this out. This is solve for x. So we have to solve for x. To solve for x here, you have to know some of the what you must know when you solve some kind of question like this. What you must know when you solve some question like this. So here we know that the factors, we only have two factors, and we are looking at this number at the last four factors, not in the middle one. We are looking at this one. So the factors for 8, it's what? 1, 2. Factors is a number that you can divide 8 by 8 without the remainder or a comma afterwards. So 2 goes and 8. So we check the number that made what? 9 here. So the number that made 9 here, two numbers that made 9 here, it's 1 and 8, and then we have to add them. So how do we add? So that means the sign here must be both negative, and then when you multiply it must be positive. So the number that stay here, like the sign here, it's for the bigger number. So if you have 1 and 8, the bigger number will go to the sign will go to 8, so we'll have -8 and something like, but because they are both negative, it's okay. But the number here represent the number that will put on your common on your factors. So when you solve this equation, after finding your factors, you must know that this number always go to the bigger number here, not to the smaller number. This assign always go to the bigger number like this, because they are both negative. It's okay, but so factorizing this one, solving for x or a, but we are dealing with x now. So equate to 0, then the factors we already found them. It's 8 and 1, which is equals to 0, and then you have something like and then you'll have 8 or x equals to 1. This is the answers. Let's check another one. So this this question, another thing, let's check. You see the here it's negative, but here it's positive. That means they are both negative, because when you multiply two factors with the same sign, they give you positive. So if you can multiply this one, they will give you positive. So you know that the number at last part, the number here, we have to multiply both of the factors, and here we have to add or subtract the factors. So you have something like so what is the factor of 5? 5 you have two factors, because you have two factors according to the list there. It's 1 and 5, and then they have to add up to this one, because here you only add or subtract those factors. So if you add them, they will give you 6. So but they have negative, so that means both of them, they have negative. So this sign here always go to the bigger number, the sign here. But because they're both negative, so we'll put like this. So we have something like, so this is this answer. So let's check this out. So the factors here, it's 1 and 2, because 2 here have 2 factors. So it's 1 and 2. A factors the number that you can divide, yeah, like if you say 2 divided by 1, and then it will not give you a remainder, it will give you 2. So, or it won't give you a comma after that number. So this 1 and 2 are the one that are factors here. So we have something like 1 and 2. So these are the answer. Let's check this one as well. So the factors here, so the factors for 15, it's only 2 factors, and 1 and 5 and 15. So you know that only you can make 16 by adding them. So the numbers here, when you, after you find the factors, you try to add them or subtract them, and then you see if you can find 16, and yeah, add them, subtract them until you find this number if they are true factors. So when you add 15 plus 1, it will give you 16, but because it's a negative here, that means they were both negative. Negative 5 and negative 15, they made 6. So it will be, you won't find it if it's positive. You'll find that it's 14 here if you put positive in one of them. So you have 15, negative 15, and this is x, not a, my mistake, x. So you'll have something like 15 or x equals to 1. And this one as well, the factors for 12 that can make 8, what do you call it? 4 times 3, no, 6 times 2, yes. If you add the 6 and the 2, they will give you 8, but if you multiply them, they will give you 12. So we have something like, So I have something like so factors for this one. We have something like out of the factors for 5, there are only two factors for 5. It's 1 and 5. So when you add them, it would give you 6. So you'll have something like x equals to, or x equals to 1. So this is the on. So this is, let's check this one. So the factors for is 3 and 7. So I have something like